What does it mean to be the first person in your family to earn a college degree? I began asking that while working on a small UN Sustainable Development Goal initiative with the Akanksha Foundation that showed me how education can shape purpose and confidence way beyond the classroom. In today's episode, I'm joined by Akanksha alumnus Sabiha Khan, a first generation learner and a partnerships manager at a climate analytics startup.
My sisters also made me feel like you've got the kind of education Akanksha has given you.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work out, definitely you will find something better to do. And that's how I got the courage to then leave the thing that wasn't working out well for me.
My name is Pragya Deepak and this is Made for More. Hi Sabiha, hope you're doing well. And I'm super excited to be talking to you today and looking forward to learning from your journey as well.
Thank you, Pragya, for having me. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Could you describe your current role and give us a little bit of context at what you're doing today?
So I'm currently working in the inside sales team of Ambi, which is a startup based out of Bangalore.
So could you tell me a little bit about your early years and your childhood?
Yeah. So I started school in Akanksha from the first grade.
Okay.
Thereon, I went on to study at Sophia College, and I picked up arts as the stream because psychology and sociology often were the two interesting subjects that I always came around or heard about from my teachers or from the conversations I had. And then I went on to do my undergrad, a BSc degree in psychology with a minor in sociology from Ashoka University with scholarship. And then I got on to a small role that I picked up only for 2 months. That was in a call center sort of thing, but for education purposes. And then I got into Ambi through my mentor.
Could you tell me a little bit about your family, where you grew up, what your parents did, and your early years right at the beginning?
At home, we are 8 members in the family. My eldest sister got married off, so she's living somewhere else. My mom is a normal household lady, and she's been doing that job, but she also picked up some other side jobs in between. And my dad was into the informal sector, so he used to work as a carpenter sort of work, and that was before COVID. After COVID, because there were less opportunities at that work, and also because he is aging at the moment.
Okay.
In terms of siblings, my eldest sisters are the one who were the backbone of the family and sort of were leading the family. One works in a microfinance company based in Mumbai only, and the other one works in a laundry. My brother is again in an informal sector, so he couldn't pursue his education and complete.
Okay.
Myself and my younger sister are the only one who have completed education and also done undergrad.
Okay. What were some of the conversations you had related to education at home?
Like I said, I had elder siblings as well who were from different vernacular schools themselves. So when I got into Akanksha and even my younger sibling before that, my sisters and my brother often told me that you guys are very lucky that your teachers not only invest their time and energy into you, but also care so much about your well-being, where you come from, the kind of neighborhood that you come from, and the kind of issues also that you face, so that they can bring it into the classrooms and speak to you at more length. And they also often told us about how you should perform the best that you can because of the kind of opportunity Akanksha gives you. This also then made me feel like when I was placed in the call center job,
Yeah.
that I've done so much to get here, and the kind of pay slip also that I was getting from that job
Yeah.
was the highest that we had heard about at home. So
Okay.
that just became a lot of things that were the first times for me. That's why my sisters also made me feel like you've got the kind of education Akanksha has given you.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work out, definitely you will find something better to do and better that resonates with you. So
Yeah.
that's how I got the courage to then leave the thing that wasn't working out well for me.
Okay. How do you think your early years have shaped who you are today?
I think back home, because my sisters took on their responsibilities so early and they
Yeah.
dropped out of their respective colleges to help the house, that gave me a sense of responsibility that this is what I also need to pick up, and also made me just motivated that working and the entire thing about job is not only uh, associated with the gender, especially men, but it's also women that look after. Even if you're doing household chores, you are responsible for some things. So I had decided very early on what I want to get into. As I said, psychology and sociology, but I was not clear into the colleges that I can get, or also the entire thing about scholarships, how they work out. Akansha played a major role over there by introducing us to various colleges and programs that are there that I could pick up after Sophia. So that helped me get into Ashoka.
Nice. If you had to describe Akanksha as a school to a stranger, what would you say?
Before Akansha, I was also enrolled in a vernacular medium school, which was Urdu. So over there, we used to call our teachers with ma'am or sir or something like that. But Akansha gave me the perspective that teachers are not always the ma'am and sir that need to be addressed so formally. That they can also be called as Didi and Bhaiya. You can always state out what you feel. Your answers can be completely different from what your benchmate is thinking or the other person in the classroom is thinking. But I also just look at this classrooms we are sitting in today also. These classrooms have so many things that are colorful, that talk about not just being in a classroom where you are here to study, to learn, but also it caters to the different needs that one may have.
Is there any memory or anything that comes top of mind with a teacher, with a friend, with any peer in the Akanksha school that you still cherish?
There are some standards and some classrooms that make you feel like I had the major growth in terms of from being in this classroom with that particular teacher. So I think there were some significant teachers. Just to name some of them, Jaisal Didi, Amruta Didi, and Priyanka Didi. These were the ones who were able to find something good in my the way I express my ideas. So they were able to understand that I am someone who can also be on stage and can also be a part of an elocution competition sort of thing. And that was the first push I got from Amruta Didi to be a part of a Hindi elocution competition.
Oh, nice.
Surprisingly, I won the first prize over there.
Oh, wow.
So I think these teachers helped me to just keep pushing myself to do better and also to get the marks that I got in 10th.
Did that motivate you to do even more assemblies after that point?
Yeah, I was the head girl at the time when I was also a part of the elocution competition. But if I can get a prize with these many participants from my own classroom, why cannot I just express my ideas on broader stages as well and platforms that I get? That's why I just wanted to be a part of this opportunity as well and just speak about my personal life over here and what I can tell and resonate with Akansha at the moment.
No, I see you're very confident as a speaker.
Thank you.
I really like that. Did Akanksha play a role after you finished your 10th? And did they play a role at Sophia's and then ahead of that as well?
Definitely. I can tell you it from a first perspective as well because I was the alumni ambassador over there for the next 2 years. So I worked very closely with the alumni support and engagement team, the AC team over there. They used to have orientation sessions. They used to have multiple workshops and multiple sessions that were just about exploring what you can do next. But these smaller groups and these communities were able to help us just know what my friend is doing, what my best friend is doing, how can I enable or just apply for this course and see if I can get into it or not.
You have also, earlier you were a mentee and now you've turned into a mentor.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that transition has been and some key takeaways you felt after mentoring a few people?
The Lighthouse team came to us, I think, were introduced to us in the 7th grade. And since then, mentors have been a part of the conversation even back home. My mom is also aware about the mentor I have and how connected I am to the person. The mentor that I am connected to right now is Swati Didi, the one who also introduced me to my current workplace. So she told me when I was struggling with my first job, which was the call center job, she asked me, why don't you look at this startup that I am aware about because my husband leads it. So that was the first clicking point that enabled me to have the first conversation with Ambi as a team and then to also speak to her husband first, who is the CEO of the company, and then get into this role. And today when I reflect back on all the support that I've got from Swati Didi, I want to play the same role that I can play in my mentee's life, who's currently a 10th grade student and will soon appear for the board exams as well.
Okay. Nice. You mentioned that Ambi had some aspect that resonated with you.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned the job you worked at after Ashoka for 2 months.
Yeah.
Perhaps didn't resonate with you as much.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about what maybe perhaps didn't work out there and why you switched to Ambi?
Sure. It was a sales job like the
Okay.
other job, but what it lacked was the sincerity that needs to be there in sales. Coming from Akansha as a background where we value the education that we have got, we value the opportunities we have got so far, I cannot play with education or cannot sell anything in that name when it does not have anything to offer after the money and the investments you have done. And in terms of Ambi, what clicked more with me is we don't just sell data which is reliable, hyperlocal, and the need of the hour, but we also connect with it with the decision makers around the world from some
Okay.
major sectors and segments, which are people who can really shape the world we are stepping into.
Now onto the fun segment, the rapid fire round. I'll ask you a few questions and we'll quickly go through all of them.
Okay.
3 phrases to describe the role Akanksha has played in your life.
So definitely a second home that I can always rely on, my school,
Okay.
Abudaya Nagar. The other thing I recall is my classroom and the bench I sat with.
Okay.
Because there was a benchmate that I had for the longest time and she was my best friend.
You a front bencher or a back bencher?
The backbencher, always because of
Oh.
my height.
Oh, okay. Same here actually. One word your school friends would still use for you today.
I think the word that has stayed on and I always got addressed as was mature. For some reason, even when we had the 10th farewell party sort of thing, the only thing that was mentioned on my certificate was mature.
Oh, that's amazing.
But I wanted to hear something else.
What is one small joy or activity that helps you get through tough days?
I think just seeing our nephew and nieces makes us happy. And whenever we need to take a break, we always take them and go somewhere.
One thing you hate about being an adult?
The kind of responsibilities that are coming in.
The past 2 guests also said that. So
Yeah, the kind of conversations also that I need to have nowadays with multiple people.
Fair enough. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night out.
Oh, same here. What is your go-to emoji on WhatsApp?
I think thumbs up because that's what my major work conversations end up with.
Are you a structured routine kind of person or more of go with the flow?
I like routine to be honest, but there are some days that I just feel like work-wise it's a little less, so why not just go with the flow?
Are you a religious note taker or last minute cramming?
Definitely a note taker. The first thing that my reporting manager also noticed when I got into Ambi was how I had a notebook and a pen always with me.
Do you snooze alarms or completely ignore them?
I don't snooze alarms and yeah, never.
Oh wow, okay. Thank you so much, Sabiha, for your time today. I think I learned a lot from your conversation, and there's a lot for me to reflect about, considering I want to go down the humanities part as well. So thank you, and hope to stay in touch.
Definitely. Please message me, text me, whatever
Yeah.
is needed whenever you apply to Ashoka. And I would definitely want to meet you once you're in Ashoka.
Yes, done.